the 260th day of the year. I needed to tell you that very well. With 105 days left to wrap up the year, it's important to sit tight and keep chasing that dream because every minute counts.
Tell them.
I totally agree with you, Arike. Time is very important, so you have to use it wisely. Stop procrastinating and just do that thing already. Time is of premium here on Esplash, and we strive to make it worth your while.
Yes, indeed. So on that note, we say a gorgeous afternoon to you and yours. And don't forget, say time now money. So come on board our roller coaster as we spend quality time with you by buzzing us on Twitter and liking us on Facebook and Instagram. And because we're international like that, you can watch us from any part of the world. And of course, calling so we can hear your beautiful voices right here on the show this afternoon. We are TVC Connects with the hashtag Esplash on TVC. Yes, you got it. It's your girl Amanda Dara, and today you can call me AD.
My name is Arike with the dimples. You already know. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
All right, you know it's your girlfriend next door. It's the jewel in the crown. Okay, it is the host with the most right here. My name is Honeypot. And today's episode, we have entertainment news. We have celebrity birthday shout-outs. Then a quick history lesson of entertainment history on Rewind.
Yes, not forgetting Tweet Bill, where Arike will take us through all the weird and crazy moments on social media. We'll also have two special guests join us right here in the studio.
Then it will be time to run on the True It Off segment, after which a recap of all that you might have missed on the news will suffice. Now, that's not all. Later, you can call in to win big with the Pepsi giveaway. You know you can't afford to miss that, okay? Then finally, Amanda and I will bring you some movie talk on the movies at the movie segment. Stay here with us, after which we'll wrap things up with Where Are They Now?
Very correct. We are on already. We will be back after this break. Stay tuned.
Okay. Amanda is our Don Jazzy.
Oh, really?
You should stop doing that.
She doesn't like it. Stop comparing that to Don Jazzy. No, Amanda told me. She said, I said somebody compared me to someone. Then she now said, can you imagine? Is that not still better? Do you know? Can you imagine? Could you imagine it? That they have been comparing me to Don Jazzy.
No, you don't like we call it Don Jazzy. You know Don Jazzy has this sweet, melodious voice.
Does not
so you don't like it.
No, it's fine. It's okay. When Arike does, it's okay.
Say, you know, when we're special. Okay.
Okay. I'm sorry for you. So that is one day that you now get on her nerves. You just go and say, you don't know she's in a bad mood. Just say, you sound like Don Jazzy. You will see yourself. Okay, now let's get into the entertainment news. So Drake grants Nigerian fans a wish. A Nigerian Instagram user's wish of flying alongside Drake on his plane seems to have been granted. It all started when the hardcore Drake fan, David Jago, shared some videos on Instagram in which he rapped to some hit songs by Drake and attached his wish list. He captioned its videos, Mr. Drake, all I ask for is to fly on the plane by your side. Impressed with David's Instagram videos, Drake reposted David's videos and promised to fly the Taisholari University of Education Taswed student to his show ASAP. The God's Plan rapper wrote, David Jago, I am flying you to a show ASAP. You are going to Hart. I love.
Whoa.
You know, when you just try stuff and you don't even know if it will ever come to reality, but then you're just trying and then it happens. And I think Drake has been making a lot of people happy, you know, recently, and he does this all the time. He's such a philanthropist. You know, he gives money, he surprises people. And I'm thinking, what is life all about when you don't even help others? I mean, this is what life is all about. We can't exist just as as an island and then you're not helping other people.
I think it's something that Drake has in common, like that he does quite often rather, because Drake is one person that is still very humane, even though he's a celebrity. He's one person that is always, as you said, wanting to give back, wanting to make his fans happy. And I don't think he sees fans as fans. I think he sees people as people. Like, yo, you're enjoying my music. I love that you're going so hard for it. You're coming to my show. And it's a very, very nice personality to have.
I love it when people love people genuinely.
I was going to come from this angle of, you know how we're dealing with the whole, Nigerians are scammers and whatever it is. And in the midst of that, he still found a Nigerian worthy enough to say, oh, look, you're going to be on my show. He reposted the videos. You know how most of these people feel like, I don't know, if you're not really in their circle, like if you're not like in that American scene, And like, you're from Africa, I will not fly you all the way. It's too much stress. But now it's changing, and I really, really like that. Thank you so much, Drake. On behalf of all of us, we're saying thank you. On behalf of David.
Thank you. And David Jago, enjoy when you do fly with Drake.
Make us proud, too. Okay. All right, moving on to the next story. Dammy Krane granted bail. Nigerian singer Oyindamola Johnson, popularly known as Dammy Krane, has been granted bail following his arraignment on the 3-count charge. Now, we brought you the news yesterday that the singer was to be arraigned before an Igboshere magistrate court in Lagos by the police on the 3-count charge of threats to life, defamation, and conduct likely to cause a breach of the peace. Well, following his arraignment, it is safe to say that Dammy Krane is a free man for now, as the singer's lawyer, Adebayo Onielu, asked the court to grant him bail with a promise that as a public figure, Dammy Krane will not jump bail. Now, the lawyer wrote, and I quote, "We humbly apply for the bail of the defendant. He is a popular musician. If granted bail, he will not jump bail." Meanwhile, he has been in police custody since September 13. The magistrate Folashade Botoku granted the singer bail with a sum of 50,000 naira, with one surety in like sum, and the case was adjourned till October 11th for mention.
Well, I think he was let off the hook easily. I mean, 50,000 naira for bail. He can't afford that.
What was going to happen at the end of the day.
But then again, it's okay for him to be granted bail. It's part of his rights, and it's okay for him to be allowed bail. But as I said yesterday, I really wish he had
done things the right way.
Yeah, he had done things in a better approach of, coming out to accuse the people legally instead of coming out with radio interviews and all of that, because now we are seeing the results of all this, and it's quite messy because he doesn't need to be facing prison time when he could have done things the right way.
I hope he has learned.
Yeah.
He has.
All right, moving on to some foreign news. Kevin Hart sued for 2017 sex tape. American comedian Kevin Hart's 2017 sex tape nightmares seem to have returned. This comes after his then sex tape partner, Montier Sabag, sued him for $60 million, claiming that he secretly recorded their sexual encounter. According to TMZ, Montier alleged that her encounter with Kevin Hart in a Las Vegas hotel room was all planned by his comedian and friend JT Jackson, who was later arrested for extortion. She also claims that Kevin Hart's motive at the time was motivated by publicity, especially with an upcoming comedy tour, and that's why he and JT Jackson allegedly hid the camera. The lawsuit claims that Kevin Hart allowed his friend JT Jackson into the hotel suite so that he could set up hidden video recording devices to capture the liaison. Now, you might recall that JT was later charged with 2 counts of extortion relating to alleged efforts to get money out of Kevin Hart to keep the tape under wraps. Now, while JT denied ever extorting Kevin Hart has also continuously denied the sex tape claims, insisting that he was also a victim. The actor also later went on to apologize for cheating on his then pregnant wife, and this lawsuit is coming barely a week after leaving the hospital following a very recent car crash that we talked about, I think 2 weeks ago or so. And so this particular story, I think Kevin Hart is not in the wrong for this one, because I was doing my research and I found out that she actually went to his lawyer asking for a lower sum of money, and they refused. And then this lawyer said, you know what, this is Kevin Hart, let's sue him for $60 million. Now, initially, when the sex tape first came out, she didn't sue him because she felt he was also a victim. It didn't make sense. You're saying that he's using you for publicity. But at the time when this sex tape came out, he was already big. Yeah. He was already a very big comedian. So he wasn't helping his career because he already had issues with his wife. I mean, this is his second wife. So he definitely didn't want that. He didn't need that negative media presence. So it wasn't going to help his brand. So I don't see any motive for him wanting to hide a camera to record a sex tape. Yeah, I don't see any motive for it.
I totally agree with you, because I was going to come from that angle as well. Like, I don't think someone like Kevin Hart that already has like an established career, and I feel like if he wanted to do it for publicity, it wouldn't be apologizing to his wife, because he would put her into consideration if he was going to do that.
Exactly.
So I feel like this whole thing is just not cool. I mean, just barely a week after leaving the hospital, we reported 2 weeks ago or a week ago that he got involved in the car crash. So I'm just like, everything is just happening at the same time. we'll just keep our fingers crossed. Let's find out what happens at the end of the day. But I don't think that he would have done something like that for publicity. I'm not sure. I don't think so.
But it's also something to learn from. Sorry about that. It's something to learn from because, I mean, you are a celebrity and everybody's eyes are on you. So when you make a mistake, it's magnified. So when he came out with the apology and he was saying, I cheated on my wife, I'm sorry, he actually stated it on his comedy tour. I don't think it was something he was proud of, but it just states that you have to be careful when you're in the media. I
totally agree. I totally agree.
All right.
I'm sure the lady's the one doing it for publicity. Just say.
All right, guys, it is time for a celebrity birthday shout out. Yes, it is time to shout out today's celebrants. Now, celebrating today are the following music talents: American gospel and R&B singer and member of the popular Winans family, Benjamin Winners, aka Bebe Winners. He's celebrating today and he turns 57. Ooh, looking good.
I love the white.
Yes.
Looks hot. Like, happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Also celebrating today is our very own Nigerian French singer, Bukola Elemide, popularly known as Asha.
Yay.
Yes, she turns 35 today.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you, and happy birthday to you out there who is celebrating. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you.
Oh, this is...
All right, guys, the savage has begun. That was Mr. Easy and Simi with Doing. It's also on the countdown. Will you be on the countdown tomorrow? Fingers crossed. Join the gang. All right, it is time for Tweetville, where we bring you all the savagery, humor, and crazy moments on social media. Why am I doing like this? Well, let's do this.
Drama.
I feel like swimming. Okay, Chibu Isi says, if and only if the bathroom is a studio, most of us will be working on the 10th album.
Speak it.
In all honesty, Beyonce got nothing on me in the bathroom. Like, me, you know the way when we're always giving you guys the news and we're mentioning Forbes leaves, $18,000 on Forbes leaves, this $1,000. Honestly, if the bathroom were to be like a studio, I'll be on that list.
Like, yes, the bathroom. Because did you try this?
Wait, Taylor Swift?
Did you try this growing up?
What?
My father had this small mic, so I would go to the fan,
You
standing fan,
start
and then I was
singing
singing to it. And I'm like, wow, this my voice so nice.
Even as
the
a
bathroom. If you have a
corridor.
rechargeable fan, put it in your bathroom on the...
This one's another level. It's like the bathroom is
Trust
already
me.
echoing.
No,
Not put the fan.
see, the way
You just be enjoying your
really,
life.
especially if you're singing Beyonce's song, listen, you know, you'll be in the echo.
You'll
See,
say no.
Beyonce. But unfortunately, it's the bathroom. We're there to have our butts, not to wax album.
The problem is once you just step out.
It is different.
There's a difference.
No,
You
my
mean,
goodness.
Listen in the bathroom when you come out. Like, no. That's not my voice. My real voice is in the bathroom, okay? Thanks. Moving on. Irunia. Hey, God, all these handles, we will talk about them one day on Tweetville. Says, thank God African parents did not design the ATM machine. If not, God. If not, it would give you your money if you try to use your left hand to collect it. It would even swallow your ATM card and tell you to come back when you have respect.
It won't give you the money.
Honestly, especially around that Ibadan axis.
Disrespectful.
Ibadan people, you know I love you, right? This is nothing, but it's just... Oh,
No, when I saw
this is for people
it
like
killed
me.
me.
I'm left-handed, so everything I do, I use my left hand.
Oh, you are?
Yeah, I'm left-handed.
So the ATM machine will bring the
see.
money out. You just have to... You bring the money out. You now use your left hand. You not take it back.
And to swallow your card.
No way.
Unfortunately, it should not be it should be another bank's ATM, and your bank is another bank. So you know you have to go to your bank to go and get another card. Not that they
That
won't
is
give you.
crazy.
Yes,
They won't give you.
Yeah.
My Yoruba people. I hail thee. Well done. Moving on to the next week. Skopatumana, my favorite part on Twitter. Bike riders. It was during Harmattan and the whole Ikorodu was on duty. Was dusty. Man kept firing at top speed and me, I couldn't see a thing. Now so I tell him, Oga, you dey try oh. Me, I know they see anything. Shade the dust, no they enter your eyes. And the rider responded saying, Shebi na you they open eyes. What?
No way.
So wait, he's firing at top speed with his eyes closed.
No. There's a spirit behind bikes. I feel like once you just jump on the bike, they're not normal anymore.
Yeah.
They feel like 007.
Yes,
I don't know what happens with that. They just
believe.
anything they feel like doing.
Yeah.
My problem is not even that. His eyes are actually closed. Bros, before you meet
special
people like
powers.
this, just write your will, okay? Thank you. Wow, just wow. That's what I'm going to say, like, just wow. Oh, my goodness. So this person tweeted, quote and unquote, footy. Footy is where you take pictures of your shoes and you're like, oh, stepping out, you know, doing good. So this person's like, I'm about to step out for a little bit. And this, can you see the shoes? And someone responded, please, are you wearing cabin biscuits, fam? Look at it. Cabin biscuits, look at it.
Which
now.
kind?
It does look like cabin
square.
biscuits. Especially
square.
the holes in it.
But really, I've been trying to...
And it's brown.
And now I can't, you know, I try to understand what it is.
It's a shoe.
If you did not explain to me, and if I did
Cabin
not see
shoe.
that...
You know, maybe this is an old picture. Just like when we used to wear cortina, they were not nice, they were not fine at all.
No, I don't know where you have been buying your cortina. My cortina was the issue.
I don't think there was any cortina that was the issue.
Oh, no.
It will not be heavy. You will not be walking like this.
No, that's what I'm saying.
so many
You're
rubbers
not buying from the right.
Finer than...
You're not buying from the right place.
Please, this is a pimped cortina.
This is a no, it's not even cortina. This is a cabin shoe. Okay, so I think that with this, it's safe to say that we can start a cabin shoe line. You get, and if this guy is smart, I just give you an idea. Because
and they have just finished London Fashion Week.
No, we will do it in 3 years. We will do it in 3 years' time. You know, it takes growth. It takes growth. But bro, next time when you're wearing shoes like that, don't try a footy. It's not good.
It's creative.
Okay?
It's creative.
Not like.
You should know now, you're a fashion blogger.
That's what I'm telling you. Don't do it, okay? It's when you're wearing like lubes and stuff. You see that I used to do footy because my shoe is Lagos, okay? Moving on. The girls that made my hair were just gossiping about me in Hausa from start to finish. From the fact that I wore a bomb shot to why they could not understand how someone would just stay and dye their hair gold. I paid them and asked for change in Hausa. This has happened to me before.
My God.
So she heard everything they said. So there was this salon I walked into. I don't know why people think I look Igbo.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know why. Most of the time when I go to Yaba to buy cotton or something, nice, and sometimes this idea I used to understand what they're saying. This will not be responding as if I'm their sister. So I went there and I was speaking English, like I couldn't speak Yoruba and everything. And this girl was like, see, they were, By the time they were done, I was like, oh yeah, Joshua need change me. The look on their faces, the three of them like, guys, don't gossip about people. Don't say stuff about them because you don't just know. Them. You don't know. You can never tell.
It's rude.
Okay, don't do that. Okay, because this should have been very awkward for them. I'm sure they must have been like.
Super awkward.
Like the ground should just open and they enter.
Do you understand? That's the feeling and I like it. So if you like, keep talking. We will know. Okay?
Thank you so much for the humor, savagery, and everything you have brought to us.
Yeah.
Arike, oh my gosh, like that was a mouthful. Yes, you'd agree. Okay, now we'll move on. And well, we will be back. We'll just take a break and then we'll be back with our first guest. Stay here with us. All right, so our guest is an actress. She's a producer, a director. She actually trained as a digital filmmaker.
Yes.
And she studied at the New York Film Academy. Oh my gosh, she's so big like that.
She's also a writer.
She's also a writer. She's an author. Oh my gosh. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome with us this afternoon, the one and only Omoni Oboli. Standing ovation.
Let me know what I'm called. How are you?
Thank you so much for coming on the show today. It's so good to have you here. And I love the colors. Yesterday we had a lot of beautiful colors here, and now you have brought, you know,
red, green, blue. Nice.
You look hot. You look so hot. So gorgeous.
You too.
Thank you.
I'm getting those shoes.
You know, I've always thought, I mean, I look at you. You are amazing. I mean, you have 3 boys. Big boys!
Yes.
And, I mean, how do you open your mouth to just help with that? I have 3 boys. Like, look at you.
Well, it is what it is.
God just created you like this, or there are things you do?
There are things you do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I was
Yeah, they think.
Please, because we're through them. I'm already looking buff.
No, hello. You're looking fantastic.
No, but have
Wow.
you seen your pictures with your baby boys?
No,
She always looks like that
better
sister.
with
She
impression.
looks all the time
like their older sister.
Okay, but I have to ask you though, with all the many facets that you're into, I mean, acting, script writing, producing, directing, which one are you most invested in, or which one, you know, is what you love better than the rest, if I can say it like that?
It's sort of hard to choose, in all honesty. Acting will always be my first love, you know, but I also really like writing, and I love directing. Like, one of the things I love to do the most is direct actors. I just really like to get them to their full potential. You know, I love directing. I really do.
Okay.
Wow. So a lot of people have talked about, they still talk about, you know, women being put somewhere in the industry, that is, they're not given all the opportunities and all that. But then when I see you work, and then I see the people who work with you, and we have a lot of directors, we have Biodun Stevens, we have like a bunch of them right now. Would you still agree that there is some sort of, you know, double standard when it comes to, you know, women?
You know what? I don't think so. I was at Toronto International Film Festival last week, and I was speaking at a women's forum. And I said, one of the things that I've noticed is that it's different in Nigeria, because everywhere else in the world, really, the men are at the forefront in entertainment. But here, it's different.
Yeah.
You know, I think the women really didn't see gender. They just decided, we want to do this, and we all went for it. It was like a plan, but we didn't sit down to plan it. But it feels like it was a plan that, you know what, we're going to go for this thing. We're not going to see any holdbacks, and we're going to do what we have to do. And that's what we've done in essence. So I think that the women are really holding their own, and nothing is stopping any of us. Actually, I even think actresses are better paid than actors in Nigeria.
Yeah, in all honesty, I think so too. Okay, so last year you wrote your book when you turned 40.
Yes.
And you said something about age and the beauty that comes with it and work and everything. What inspired you writing? Because I know that last year a lot of people wrote book, Betty Ora, but everybody was writing. So I was like, is this like a new angle to this? Because the same way you said, oh, in directing, we didn't plan, but we kind of planned.
Yeah.
So is it like you saw people write and then you just felt like, okay, I can do this as well? Or it was just a thing that you've always wanted to do, like at some point in my career, I'm going to put out a book?
So yes, I thought that I was going to put out a book at some point, but then a lot of things happened before then. You know, well, as you all know, Okafor's Law, my movie, we were sued, we went to court, and it was a lot. And I didn't get to tell my side of the story, because before I could do that, we were already sued, you know. So, and I wanted to be a law-abiding citizen, so I didn't want to talk about a case that was in court. So I didn't get to tell my side of the story. And then I lost my dad, and there was just so much that happened to me. And I felt like one of the ways that I could heal was actually put everything down. You know, and when I thought about doing that, I said, you know what, why not put my life in chapters? So if you read my book, really, it's almost like different chapters of my life: motherhood, my mom, you know, dealing with loss, and Okafor's Law, and all those things, friendships, and, you know. And I felt my story would be able to help other people as well that are going through similar things, or just help them through life to know that, you know what, first of all, you don't even have to be born with a silver spoon, because I wasn't. You know, the honest truth is I grew up in a face me, I face you apartment for the first few years of my life, you know, and look at me today. I'm not where I'm going, but I'm miles from where I'm coming
from. Yes,
know?
exactly.
So I just wanted people to see that there is a grass to grace story, you know, and you could learn something from it.
That is so beautiful. You know, talking about putting things down, I think you're one to express yourself with words. Like just, I think some few hours earlier, you were talking about people who share stuff on, you know, Instagram, and how people say, you know, when you put stuff out there, whatever you get is what you get. And meanwhile, you shouldn't be responding that way.
Exactly.
Like you shouldn't feel like because someone has put something out there, you should respond
have the right,
that way.
exactly.
And there was another scenario, I mean, a couple of months ago with the Busola Dakolo thing, where you also aired your opinions about how you felt, and people thought you didn't take her side.
Yes.
So, I mean, I read it and I understood that you were saying you wanted to hear all sides of the story, but do you want to clear the air on that? Because people thought you were a bit diplomatic.
So people don't read. That's what it is. And then some people don't read to understand. They read with an opinion. They've already formed an opinion, and they just read to buttress their point.
Sure.
The honest truth is, I was totally on Busola's side. That's, if you really read it, I was totally on her side. I was just saying, guys, it doesn't matter that she didn't talk about it 20 years ago. Don't think about that. People have different ways they deal with stuff like that. Maybe it's just today that she woke up and said, you know what? I really want to heal from this thing.
Sure.
Don't forget about the fact that, oh, her story is not adding up. It's not your story.
It's her story.
It's her story. It happened 20 years ago. Maybe she doesn't remember everything. How about that? Maybe she's telling it how she remembers it. But it's her story. It doesn't matter to anyone if it's not adding up. That's her story.
All right.
And let's take it for what it is, you know. So I guess the English was just too much.
Okay, so
In hindsight, I should have broken it down.
yes. All right, so back to acting. Let's check out some of our guest works. Let's stay here with us.
Watching this scene again, I remember exactly how I felt when I watched it. It killed me. Like, I felt like, what was going on? Like, can I be a part of this? Can I, like, direct this thing? And please, why
change
is there
the
no
outcome.
part 2? That was Anchor Baby.
Yes.
Why is there no, because after she threw out the thing, I was like, so she wasn't even pregnant. Okay, what's gonna happen next? And then you just kept us there from like 2014, 2015.
Is there going to be a
And
part
I'm going
two?
with this anxiety.
I
like,
don't think so. Unfortunately,
Why?
I didn't make that film. I just acted in it. Yeah, so I don't think there's going to be a part
and your
2.
acting was amazing. Like,
Thank
it made it feel
you.
so real. I cried. I felt
Even I
every
cry watching the
emotion.
movie.
Every emotion. Yeah.
Because I was going to ask, you know, I like to ask actors how they feel when they watch themselves back, like, you know.
Do you
Yeah.
cringe?
Sometimes. There's some parts you're like, oh, I should have done this differently.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you, like, relieve the emotions? Do you think?
This film, I cry when I watch it because I totally became that
person,
woman.
yeah.
It's crazy. Like, it was so difficult for me. There were some scenes that I shot, and the day before we shot those scenes, I couldn't sleep.
Wow.
Because I kept thinking, I'm about to go through this. Like, it was real, you know?
But when you come out of all of this, I mean, do you go through some therapy, something? of
Ideally, you should, because you're living so many different lives, becoming so many different people. That's why actors are most times messed up people, because they get to be so many different people in one lifetime, you know, so you're carrying so much. This movie, it messed me up a lot because I had to carry so much emotions, you know, and luckily the director understood what was going on, so he would talk to me, like we'll finish doing some scenes and I can't stop crying.
Wow.
And I'm just sitting down there bawling and bawling, and they've said cuts, but I just can't stop. You know, so he would sit with me and talk and try and
really
talk me
puts
out of
everything
it.
into your acting.
In
It was
honesty.
heavy.
Wow.
It was
So
heavy.
let's talk about your latest work, Love is War.
Yay, my baby.
Yeah, baby. Tell us a little bit about that.
So Love is War, in essence, simplified, is about a married couple who end up vying for the same political position. Yeah.
Sounds interesting already.
Yes, already.
Ouch.
Yeah, already.
So love is war.
Oh my gosh. So
Yeah.
I saw the post where you were asking, is this person a backstabber
Stabber
or
or-
something?
Shoulder to lean on.
Oh, yeah, or a shoulder to lean on. And seeing you, I see that it's not the first time you'll be, acting alongside RMD. And RMD, as someone who's a veteran in the industry, perhaps you looked up to him, growing
yeah,
up.
absolutely.
Yeah. So how do you feel acting with him?
Well, I have a story with RMD.
Okay.
So when I first came into Nollywood, I did, when I was a teenager, I did like a year plus or 2 years in Nollywood. Then it wasn't even called Nollywood, it was just industry.
Okay.
So I was in my first year in uni, I was in the industry for a bit. And RMD was actually in the first film ever that I was in.
Wow.
Yeah, I played a small role, Liz Benson's house help.
Okay.
RMD was her love interest.
Okay.
So I remember actually he came to see her in the film, and I was one that opened the door, and I'm like, oh my gosh, it's RMD! Oh my gosh! I'm like, guys, short time, it's over! I was a little girl, and RMD was everyone's crush, and the heartthrob and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's RMD, And then fast forward to maybe 20 years later, and then we did Okafor's Law. My character didn't really interact with his character in Okafor's Law, but it was my film. I directed it. So now I'm actually directing RMD. Like, do you understand?
Big deal.
Life is so funny, guys.
Yes,
like,
true.
first of all, you should never look down on anybody. You should imagine if he had looked down on me then, and now I'm directing him, and I'm going to feel like, oh, I'm your director. Remember when you looked down on me? But life is just in waves, you know?
Yeah, I'm talking about waves and breaking boundaries. You just keep doing that. I know that last year you featured in your very first Hollywood debut an animation, Elliot's the Littlest Reindeer. How was that like?
It was so cool. It really was so cool. I mean, it was great to do something for the kids. You know, my kids were so proud because they've always said, "Oh, Mom, why don't you do animation?" Every time they're like, "Why don't you do animation?" And they're like, "Oh my God, Mom, yeah, actually, that's your voice, really." It was really exciting.
I think you're a very good cook too, because every time you're just torturing us and showing us, like, "Are you still awake? Who is up? Who is awake?" And I'm like, "What is it? Leave us alone. Why are you asking us who is awake?" And then you're putting puff off.
We're on a diet, please. We can eat after 6 p.m. Okay, so now you talked about how you met R&D first, 20 years ago, and now you're directing him, you're working with him in your project, or on your project. Now, what is your plan? What do you do for up-and-coming actors in this industry to make them feel like, look, it's not going to be easy, but then you're going to get there, and this is my own way of mentoring you or doing stuff for you? I mean, do you have something like that?
So I don't have a particular thing that I do. I'm not going to sit here and lie, but I do star upcoming people in my movies from time to time, and from there, working with us or working with people who've been in the industry for a while, you can see some of the things you have to learn, and I do talk to people one-on-one as well. So it's not like I have a group thing that I do, but I talk to people one-on-one. Yeah. Sort of let them know it's not easy. You're not going to wake up
and be
a few people. It happens for a few people like that, but it's like 1 in thousands. Yeah, so 1 or 2 people wake up and just do one thing, and the next thing they've blown, so to speak. But it might not happen for you like that. It might be a long, tedious process. But you first of all have to be sure that this is what you want to do. And then when you are sure this is what you want to do, you need to pursue it with everything you have and more.
All right. So tell us, why should people watch Love is War?
Because it's a great film. Because it's different. I mean, I don't know if there really has been any story like that where a husband and wife are vying for the same political position. I don't think there's been anything like that, So we get to see how politics can really destroy things. Politics can just, if we're both vying for the same position, we're just friends, it might break our relationship, not to talk of a husband and a wife, and then you have to go back home to that person every night. And then you have to do things to backstab the person, you have to do things to destroy their own campaign, and you know what I mean? So it's everything, the grit, the dirt.
I know the question
are you going to be getting into politics then?
I don't know, If you ask me, I'd probably say no. If you ask me today, I would say no. But I've learned never say never.
That is true. But I think that's a very interesting one, especially the storyline. I mean, money can start marriage, not talk of political
ambition.
Same political post, exact same one.
Wow. Thank you so much for coming on the show today. We really appreciate it. Thank you. It's been so wonderful chatting with you.
It has been wonderful.
But
and
don't forget that Love is War is coming in cinemas very soon.
Okay.
So watch out for it, guys.
Just stop there. But thank you for coming. It is a wrap on the first half of the show. Now, still to come, we have the entertainment news recap, the Pepsi giveaway, and our second guest. Of course, we have movies at the movies as well, because the next hour is going to be packed as usual. So see you at the 1 o'clock hour.
Yes, some because even when I was serving and then I cut my hair, and they thought, and when you now cut your hair, so they were coming to meet me as what's a CD? CDS. So they were always coming to me if something happened to me. No, nothing bad happened to me. Like, it was just okay. I was just okay. But then,
All right, guys, welcome back to the show. It is Entertainment Splash, and we are just being Igbo up in here for a minute. Now, so far, we've brought you entertainment news, Tweetville, and our guest. It is now time for us to chew it off in a minute or less. One of us is going to vent about what is bothering her. And today, I think it falls on Arike. Arike.
Okay, well, I'm just going to rant about, Omoni Oboli just stepped out of the studio. And she talked about how people would just come for you and say stuff, but they don't even understand what it is that you've put out there.
Yeah.
And I feel like it's just weird because some people would come out to express themselves and say stuff about whether it's a certain situation or whatever it is that you're going through, and because you can't understand it, it's okay. We understand that you don't understand English, or whether you can't understand how the person is feeling, because most people like to feel like, if I'm not vibing the way you're vibing, then whatever it is you're feeling is inconsequential, like I don't care about it. But if you can't, it's better to just stay quiet than to attack people wrongly. I feel like it's totally unnecessary. Like, if you don't understand it, just leave it. Just like, okay, this thing I shall say, this English is too much, I can't relate. Or if I'm talking about myself, like, oh, I'm dealing with this, instead of you to come and drop your quote and unquote opinion, we know you're entitled to your opinion, but if you know that it's not going to add value, I think you should keep it to your, in your pockets.
Keep it in your pocket.
As they always say that if you can't be kind, just be quiet.
Exactly.
And then move on.
The honest truth.
That's I think on that note, it's time for a quick recap of the entertainment news.
Girl. Yes.
Okay.
It's dress,
Right. And we started with Drake granting Nigerian fans wish.
Also, we talked about Dammy Krane, who's been granted bail.
Yes, and we talked about Kevin Hart's suit for 2017 sex tape.
Okay, guys, we'll take a quick break, and if you'd like to win a ticket to go see Hobbs & Shaw, get ready to call in to answer 2 questions. Now, question 1 is about Hobbs & Shaw, and another about Pepsi. You stand a chance to win a lot of goodies. Are you ready? Pepsi giveaway starts in just a moment. Guess what else, guys? Today, we're feeling even more generous, and we want to give away 2 tickets to 3 different people. So go do your research and grab your bottle of Pepsi. We'll be right back. Take it away.
Hobbs & Shaw. All you need to do is answer these questions correctly, and we've got you covered. Very simple. 2 questions, and you could be a winner of 2 tickets to go see Hobbs & Shaw. And yes, today we're giving it to 3 different people. I'm really too generous.
Yes.
So what are you waiting for? Call in and start winning.
But then looking at Amanda's face, Amanda is that very strict teacher, because now she's saying we're very generous. So somebody will answer that question and say, but that's too simple.
You can be more intelligent. You can do better.
There was a time we asked the colors of Pepsi. That was a very simple question. Now, there's some things that...
So I think that sometimes people see stuff, but they don't take into
consideration.
the details. So some people don't pay attention to details, and I think people are just different.
Like,
so it's something that they have seen over and over, and then when you now say it clicks, but at that point...
Well, I get what you mean. For instance, what's Honeypot's favorite color?
Honeypots, they're asking you now. I said, what's Honeypot's favorite color?
How can
It's black. I think it's
me?
black. I don't know, but I think it's black.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, I was asking you that.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Yes, you're correct. But these days I try to like wear a lot of colors because I have a lot of black stuff. And you know that, you've asked me before too, because I think that black is just classic and classic. So now let's get back to this. So we answered that question already. Now, are you ready to answer your own questions this afternoon? We are going to be giving out tickets to watch Hobbs & Shaw. So are you ready? Put a call through. Our numbers are right there on the screen, and you stand a chance of winning our goodies. And we are just super generous, as we said earlier. So why don't you just, the time will just be ticking away. Do not even waste any time. Get on this already. So we have a caller here, right?
Yes, we do.
Hi, Ayo.
Oh my gosh. All right, so we'll go on this commercial break, and we will be back with our questions. We still have the intention of giving you the tickets. Yes. Okay, so we are here, and we told you that we're still giving out tickets this afternoon. You get to win 2 4DX tickets to go see Hobbs & Shaw if only you get our questions correctly. And our numbers are right there on the screen. Put a call through this afternoon. Get into it already, and be happy for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, for the rest of the month, for the rest of the year. I mean,
Honeypots, I've made it spiritual.
For the rest of your life.
Today is your spiritual day.
I'm telling you, because you don't know what this can do to people when they just chill out like that, because sometimes you don't know that you just need a break to get refreshed, like you're just working and then you're focused on one thing, and when somebody gives you something to just go chill, and this is not just any chilling, it is 4DX chilling.
Yes, you just have to say that part.
Yeah.
I've been happy since morning that I put in mention 4D, but it's okay, we have a caller. Hi, Victor.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, how are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Are you ready for us?
Sure.
Okay. Number 1 question. This is about Pepsi.
Okay.
Name one of Pepsi's Nigerian football ambassadors. Just one.
Alex Iwobi.
What did you say?
Sure.
Correct! Okay, question 2. Now, this is about the movie, Hobbs and Shaw. Now, which of these 3 actors are not in the film Hobbs and Shaw? Jason Statham, Idris Elba, and Dwayne The Rock.
I'm not in the movie.
Yeah, the 3 of them. Which of these 3 actors are not in the movie?
Okay, can you come again? The name.
The names.
Okay,
come
Jason
again.
Statham, Idris Elba, Dwayne The Rock.
Idris Elba.
Ha. Oh, that was a
missed
confusing
that.
question, and then you missed it.
Okay, can you
But
come
we'll
again?
Would give you, you know, all of them are there because it's just a tricky one.
Because we're generous today.
Yes, because we're
We'll give
generous
you
today.
one
It's just a
40X
very tricky
ticket
one.
for you.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Thank you.
Thanks for calling. So yes, guys, keep calling in to win our tickets to go see Hobbs and Shaw. And trust me, guys, it is an amazing movie. And then when you watch it in 40X, wow. Separate experience. Arike, what happened?
I don't like the discrimination.
Hey, you have come again today.
You are feeling as if because you have watched on 4D now, we watched on 2D, we're not useful. That's what people are trying to tell me now. Because if you keep rubbing this whole 4D,
Can I
4D
give
thing.
you a confession?
What?
I
You watched it on 2D?
Oh my God. So,
They shared with me, Foladele and OJ, they shared with me how it felt. You know,
So you
sometimes
decided
you can,
Wow.
it's not everything you need to experience, you know, firsthand. You know, some experience.
By extension.
It's a lie. You're trying to give yourself solace. Go away.
We have
All right.
another call. Hello?
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 Femi.
Yeah, I'm with you. Good afternoon.
Femi, how are you doing?
I'm good, and you?
I'm good too. Are you ready for the questions?
Yeah.
Okay. Which of these Pepsi artist ambassadors just proposed to his boo?
Hello?
Yes, the question is, which of these Pepsi artist ambassadors just proposed to his boo?
Oh, no idea.
No idea?
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, let's try this one. Which of these 3 actors are not in the film Hobbs and Shaw? Jason Statham, Idris Elba, Dwayne The Rock Johnson.
Of course, they are all in the movie.
So the answer is?
None of the above.
Yeah, she got that one. Okay, so we're going to give you the tickets, even though you missed our very first question. But we're generous today, so
Amanda, you're very
congratulations.
nice.
Amanda is a philanthropist now. What
It's
are
a
you talking
lie.
about?
It's going to what I
Today
said.
I'm in a good mood.
That's why she's giving us glitters
So
everywhere.
let me give you a hint. Any day Amanda is wearing sequin, oh my gosh, just so that
It's the
that
way
day
she's
is a lucky
feeling.
day.
My
Radiating
goodness.
the outfits. Please,
Okay.
me too, can I answer a question?
No, you
No,
cannot.
you can't. I asked you a question. What's Honeypot's favorite color?
You missed it.
No, I didn't
And it
think
was
you were
what you
asking
know.
me.
And
No,
you
I
failed.
wasn't sure she was asking me. That's the problem. You can ask me again.
Oh, wow. Okay.
We have another caller here.
I think so.
Hello?
Today, hello.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon today. Thanks so much for calling. So are you ready for your questions?
Yes.
Okay, so name one of Pepsi's Nigerian football ambassadors.
Jojo Kocha.
Yes. Okay, so wait for the second question. Okay, we'll just give it to you.
Wow. So you're generous too.
Because I just felt, let me just
You're
say.
not making it seem as if I'm the one that is not generous. I'm on the board of generosity. Yes, generosity. I'm also a philanthropist, you know,
My
by
goodness.
extension. You know, the way Amanda watched the movie too, by extension of 4D, you know, in 4D, you know.
All right, so
God.
I think we've given out three.
Three already,
tickets.
yes.
Already.
Wow. Okay, so we give...
But we can do one more.
Okay, yes. So, you know, this is my own opportunity to let people know that I'm also very generous. Please, call in, okay? The question is about Pepsi. One about Pepsi, one about Hobbs and Shaw. And you win, and you get to watch it on 4D. Not like me, but I watch it on 4D. Hello, we have a call already.
Hello, I can hear you.
Hi, Jude.
Hello.
How you doing?
Fine, thank you.
Are you ready to win?
Yes.
Okay, so which of Pepsi's DJ ambassadors recently made gelato trend? Very simple.
Pepsi ambassador.
Yes.
Tiwa Savage. Whiskey, Davido.
Did you hear the question?
Wait, so did you hear the question? Hold on. Which of Pepsi's DJ ambassadors recently made gelato trend? Oh.
Maybe the last word trend. Which trend?
Made gelato.
Gelato. The word gelato trend. She made the word gelato
Maybe
trend.
Tiwa Savage.
Okay, no problem. Thanks for calling.
It's okay. I think I tried to help you.
Yes.
But you couldn't be helped. So what should I do?
Yes, you can. You see that this generosity is not your
It's not your,
My first attempt at trying to be generous, somebody just decided to, come on, choke my dice.
Mexi, Arike.
As in
Mexi, Papa, gelato. I'm tired.
I need to go to Italy.
Okay, this
You
life.
know, when you spend like 1 hour in Italy, how about that?
Okay, they say I have one more opportunity. Hey. Hello, Sunday.
Good morning. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Sunday. I'm talking to you on a Tuesday. How you doing?
Fine.
Okay, are you ready to win?
Yes.
Okay, which of Pepsi's DJ ambassadors recently made gelato trend?
DJ Copy.
Yes. One more question. Mexi.
Okay.
What are Pepsi's 3 major colors?
White,
Yes?
red, and
Yes!
No, he said
White what?
blue.
He won! So guys,
green.
let me know, can I announce this?
Amanda.
My caller got the 2 questions right. As such, you won 2 tickets to go see Arms and
tickets?
Shaw. Yes, 4D. Why are you looking at me like that?
The way you have put all this thing, I thought you were going to even say 6D.
No. I need to announce my own in a special way. Congratulations, Sunday. You just won yourself 2 tickets to go see Hobbs and Shaw. Yeah.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for being a part of this. We'll take a break now, and we will be back with our second guest. Here is the place to be. It is Esplash, baby.
Esplash. I know you're having a very good time, right? Yes, earlier on we said that our second guest is going to be with us, and she is right here in the studio. She is a Nigerian actress, best known for her role in Jenifa's Diary as Toyo, baby. I'm talking about Juliana Olayode. Hi!
Right.
I'm so glad you aligned it.
Hey girl, how you feeling?
Very well.
Good to have you on the show.
Thank you for having me.
Is this your real voice?
This is my real voice now.
None of them have TV voice.
No.
This
I'm
is
not a TV presenter on TV, so there's no
So it's
point.
weird. Those are faking this.
Sometimes a lot of you guys fake it, so this is my real voice.
Wow.
Wow, she don't shade us.
Amanda, you know, this is my real voice.
I know it's your real voice now, but you're not through shade.
No, I didn't say you people. No, some of you.
Okay, but let's talk about acting for you. I mean, I spoke about how Toyo Baby really brought you out into the limelight. I mean, I think you have so many, like 1 million+ followers or 2 million on your Instagram page right now. So how did it feel when you started doing Jenifa's Diary and you got all that attention?
It was something I didn't prepare for, because when I started Jenifa's Diary season 1, I didn't think that the character would have so much continuity. I didn't think I would even feature in season 2, because they gave us our script season by season, right? So I didn't even know it was going to be a big role or anything. I just did it. I just went for the audition. I did not want to go for the audition because I was tired of going for different auditions, and then they'll say, we'll get back to you, and they never get back to you. So my friend sends me a BC. You know those annoying long BB, BlackBerry that time, BCs. So I didn't read it because it was so long. So my friend called and said, Juliana, did you read that BC? I was like, no, what is this? What did you write? What was there? Audition, I know they go audition again. Forget, they already have people they want.
True.
So so he encouraged me to go. I went. Okay, so another problem I had at the time was I didn't even know what to wear, because I knew that going for auditions you have to be fine. You know, the first time I went for an audition and I just I packed my hair up. I was actually on my way to church for choir practice, so I was wearing one slippers and skirt and I got there and I saw people. I ran back. I was like, what's going on again? Is there a beauty pageant competition here or something? So I knew that I needed to wear something that I would be comfortable in. So that was part of the reasons why I didn't even want to go. So long story short, I was there. The audition was supposed to be for 10 o'clock. I was there by 8 o'clock thinking I'll be one of the first few people and then just run away because I don't like crowd. But I got there by 8 o'clock and I was 574.
What?
I was so angry. Like, did you people sleep here or something? So guess what I did? I went to lock myself up in the restroom. So I'm so sorry. Everybody that came knocking that day, I did not open that door. Because I really didn't like the crowd. So I just begged like the first 3 people ahead of me, like, if you're looking for me, just call me. So I was there until like 8 in the night.
Wow.
So I auditioned, was the first audition, and I said, we'll get back here. I'm like, ugh.
As usual.
Again. So I wasn't even expecting a call back because in my head, I thought by that time they should have gotten everybody they needed. So the first audition, then I got a call back for the second audition, and then the third audition, and finally the script reading. And yeah, I got the role. So I didn't think, I wasn't ready. And when I started walking on the street, sometimes for the first few seasons, I wasn't even sure if people were watching. So I'll go on the street and somebody's looking at me and I'm like, what's wrong with me? Then my friend said, you're watching your TV, Toyo. I was like, oh, jeez. I couldn't buy my bolly on the street again. And all the other things I used to do, but it's been good.
All right.
Okay, now, I don't know if you're ready to talk about this, but, you know, there was a lot of back and forth. I mean, what happened, why you never went back on the show, and all of that. Do you want to clear the air and say your side?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh. In a series, characters come and go, right? So, but bloggers, God bless them. One time, I was just with my friend and I was like, so bloggers would go to church and say, God bless my business or something, right? So bloggers are amazing. I wish them all the best. It's a good job to do. I mean, you guys give us information, good and bad. Thank you so much. I'm not going to talk that before they start talking about me. But the character traveled to France, right? And it's not possible for a character to be in France and still be on TV. And if anybody was following the series, you would see that there was a time when the first person that traveled in the series was Beverly Osu, right? She traveled for a long time. She didn't feature in several seasons, and then she came back. And then the next person that traveled was Fowles, and then he didn't feature for a long time, and then he came back. And then the third person that traveled was Lota, which is Kiki. I don't know why nobody talked about it. I don't know why it was my turn to travel to France rather peacefully. And everybody's there talking about it. But I don't have nothing. I don't know what they were talking about.
I think people were talking about it because there were rumors that you had issues with Funke Akindele.
Oh. I Googled my name and I read stuff that is about me online. And I was like...
So that's not true?
Is this me? No, I don't have any.
Really cool.
Oh, yes, I don't have any issue. We don't have any issue at all. So I don't know what.
Okay, so you wrote a book.
Okay.
And I was reading, you know, I saw some blogs, I saw what you wrote about the books, and then they brought out some part of what you wrote. And so they were talking about, you know, you talking about how you were abused, and then how you preach no sex before marriage. And then some people would not just believe, and they're like, who is this person? Why is she saying this? Oh, is it that she's this holy? And I'm sure you must have seen some of these comments.
Of course.
So what would you say about that? Tell me about your book. What prompted you to write the book in the first place?
Okay, so I wanted to tell my truth. Okay, so you don't allow people. I think you're in the best position to tell your own truth, right? Because nobody would tell your truth for you like you would. So I thought it was time for me to tell my truth. I thought it was time for me to let people know who Juliana really is, right? Because a lot of people put a lot of things out there about me, and I was like, nah, this is not me, right? So, but I didn't want to write the book because, again, I felt like when people get to read the book, they will know so much about me. So it was a struggle writing the book. And I am a Christian, and I'm so proud to be one. So it was a battle. when I was having a conversation with God, I was like, God, nah, let's not do this, let's not do it. We went back and forth, and okay, I said, okay, you know what, I'll write it. So I wrote the book because I wanted to tell my truth, and I wrote the book because God told me it was time to write the book. So I wrote Rebirth, and bloggers started, different people had different things to say. I am an advocate of sexual purity, and I will not stop being an advocate of sexual purity till I die, because I believe so much in the message of sexual purity. I believe, and the most important reason why I am a strong advocate of sexual purity is because God says that we should leave sex till marriage. And that's my own opinion, okay? I don't know, some people don't think so, but I believe that if God is saying don't do something, then definitely has a reason why he says we shouldn't, right? So that's why I talk about sexual purity all the time, and I especially talk about sexual purity with teenagers, because I know that a lot of times when you're talking to adults about sexual purity, they're like, ugh, please, don't talk to me about it. But teenagers, they are confused. They don't know what to do and what not to do. Some of them even think that there are no virgins in the world again. So it's quite liberating for them to know that they are not alone, and that it's not abnormal to be a virgin, and that it's not old school, and that not everybody in the world has lost their virginity, right? So I feel like it's not even I know that I'm not going to stop talking about sexual purity, because in the world of today, I don't know, our approach towards sex is crazy. It's crazy. It's very, very disheartening to see that we see sex almost everywhere, consciously, unconsciously. Sometimes you're not even looking for it, and it just pops up on your phone, maybe when you're on the, maybe anywhere really. And so people just need to know, especially the young ones, they need to know that there is an option, right? So you don't necessarily have to go this route. You can decide to do this. So all I'm after is let people know, especially the young ones, that they have an option, and not everybody in the world has lost it sexually. So that's why I will never stop being an advocate of sexual purity.
Interesting, very interesting. Okay, Juliana is here with us, an actor, so we're going to take a look at some of our guests acting some clips. Let's just...
Picture of you.
Yeah. I don't like the lippy. Can you change it? To what? Just change it. I don't like this. No. Okay. And you, Mr. Photoman.
Yeah.
Why is the light too much? Are we in heaven?
Huh?
Please do it right. Thank you. The lippy. No more pictures. Thank you.
Wow, this makeup looks good on you, baby. Oh, you've done a great job, my dear. Thank you. What?
You and I know that when you say something, you mean the opposite.
No, girlfriend, this makeup looks good on you. I can't even tell it was you.
Exactly my point. I want to be me.
This lady has done a great job transforming you from a complaint box to a classy bride.
Today is my day. I called the shots. Mommy Gio.
Where are you going to?
You can't even try that shit with me. I'll just pack up and go with a hand. I'm done.
So, Mrs. Makeup Artist, let's do this one more time. Nonsense.
So Funny.
Oh, wow. Do you cringe when you watch yourself?
Sometimes.
But you're enjoying this particular one. How long ago was this one?
I can't remember. Maybe, I don't know, maybe 2013.
2013. Wow, that's a long time.
But let's talk about your acting, though, because I did read somewhere that you said you don't pick some certain roles based on your beliefs. If it's not in line with your beliefs, then you don't take those roles. But how has that been? I mean, if you with searching for jobs or like searching for roles, how has it been if you have to like limit it to just things that you believe in?
Okay, so, why am I laughing? Okay, so I believe that as much as you have to, it's not been easy, really. It has not been easy, but the only things I don't do, I don't kiss. You can't catch me kissing anybody in a movie. And I don't like to wear anything revealing, like anything that is not up to my knee, anything that is revealing, you know what I mean?
Because we had Eukaria Anunobi, the veteran, on the show last week. And so she said all of these things are actually doctored, like it's not real, you know, necking, doing all of this. Sometimes you see that as you're watching them, they're not really kissing. Well, in other climes, maybe they might do the real kissing, but sometimes they don't even do the real kissing. So putting what you do, that is your job, acting first. I mean, does it have anything to do, would it now have anything to do with, or is it about what people would say?
No, it's definitely not about what people will say. I just believe that I think it's a brand it's my brand. So I want to build my brand the way I want to build my brand. I believe that you don't have to take every role. I believe that you don't have to be everywhere. And I know that there are certain people in the industry who they have decided to create their own brand the way that they want it. You don't always have to take every role. You don't always have to be. And I'm not even judging or criticizing anybody. If that's what you want to do, oh, please do it. But I will not do it. But I know that they say that it's not real, but maybe in a days, I don't know, maybe in a days it was staged and it wasn't real. But these days, a lot of those scenes are real. Right? And sometimes it's not even one take. You can make mistake and then you have to do it over and over again. And I just would not do it. And I'm not condemning anybody, or I just will not take those roles.
All right. Okay. Thank you so much, Juliana, for coming on the show.
Thank you.
It's been a wonderful time chatting to you. All right. Now we'll take a break. We'll go on another break, and we will be right back for the other movies segments with Arike and Amanda. Stick around, guys.
As I call him. That is David B. with Fancy Car. Beautiful song, beautiful voice, beautiful guy, everything. Focus, Arike. It's time for movies at the movies, okay? Let's help make your decisions easier. Now in Nollywood, first up, Casanova. Now Femi is a widower with a son, Jason. He finds it difficult to get over his late wife, and so in a bid to move on, indulges in several uncommitted relationships. Through his son's aspiration to do music, he falls in love with Jessica, who's a single mom who is also preoccupied with her musical career and is impatient with her daughter Amy. Now this movie is star-studded. It has Ayo Maku, that's AY comedian, Ayo Mogaji, Helen Paul, Ireti Doyle, Odunlade Adekola, Toyo Abraham, Wale Ojo. You know what? I'm saying too much. Just check out this clip. I'm not doing this alone. Of course, Amanda is here with me, and you just checked out that one. What do you think?
Honestly, I'm super excited to watch it. The
Same
casting is looking incredible. The acting is looking so funny, especially Ireti Doyle's part and Wale Ojo and
Odunlade.
The
audition part, I actually want to see that voice. It was a bit confusing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it's one that you should see too as well if you're interested in Nollywood movies, which you should be interested in, right?
Yes.
Support our own. All right, moving on to the Hollywood scene, we have Dora and the Lost City of Gold. Having spent most of her life exploring the jungle with her parents, nothing could prepare Dora for her most dangerous adventure ever, high school. Always the explorer though, Dora quickly finds herself leading Boots, Diego, a mysterious jungle inhabitant, and a ragtag group of teens on a live-action adventure to save her parents and solve the most impossible mystery behind a lost Inca civilization. Animation, the cartoon Dora the Explorer, you have like this childish sentiments towards it, and now they're making a movie out of it, like they're doing most, you know, very important cartoons like Lion King and the rest. So let's see whether they're able to get that spirit of Dora into the movie. But so far, I think they're able to, and it's doing quite well.
I went for the premiere a while back and was like, oh, it was good. So fingers crossed, I'll probably check it out as well. And I'll be able to tell you for a fact if it actually is good or not. So, yeah.
All right.
So let's go join Honey.
No, Honeypot needs to tell us which movie she's gonna watch.
Definitely seeing the first one you guys talked about, Casanova. I love Odunlade. Oh my gosh, like it sounds funny to me already, or it looks funny to me already. And I must watch Toyo Abraham. Oh my gosh, like I must watch about the remake of all of the movies and Dora the Explorer. Okay.
Indeed. Now you know where they are now. Now, before we go, guys, we'd like to say congratulations to all our winners. So now please come through to claim your prizes between the week during the hours of 9 a.m. and 5 p.m. Now, don't forget you can still win 2 different prints. All you have to do is go to our IG page at TVC Connect to find out how. Now, if you didn't win today, not to worry. Friday is another day. Send us your best and most creative selfie request, and you might just win 2 tickets to go see the film. Now, don't miss out on this one because we're generous just like that.
Yes.
Thank you so much for watching. It's been your girl, Amanda Dara, and you have a blessed day, okay?
Thank you so much for watching. It is your girl, Arika with the Dimples. I say be safe out there, okay? We'll see you tomorrow. The gang will be back.
Yes.
All right. Thanks so much for watching. Yes, we can't say that enough. My name is Honeypot, and we'll definitely see you. Stay here.